This way to bear country. You'll know when you're there. As soon as you enter, you'll feel like a bear. A great grizzly bear. A Berenstain Bear.
We are the Berenstain Bears.
Mama!
Papa!
Sister! Brother!
We appreciate each other.
We live in a split-level tree.
Mama, Papa, sister, and me. Snug as bugs in our split-level tree.
Here are more Berenstain Bears.
Factual.
Big Paw Bear.
Professor Ralph. Horse tea, honey butter. I'm the mayor.
And lots more.
Bears galore!
You may think that this starts our show. Well, it does!
What's the problem? What's that have to do with us? Town meetings are grown-up stuff.
It has a lot to do with us. We're the grown-ups of tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
The leaders of tomorrow. Why, when I grow up, I may run for mayor.
I bet Mayor Honeypot is quaking in his boots.
And the first thing I'm going to do when I'm mayor is open all town meetings to cubs.
Sister!
And so, my friends, without further ado, it is indeed an onerous privilege, an honor and a privilege, to present one of our foremost citizens, Raffish Ralph.
Honor and privilege?
Raffish Ralph is one of the biggest crooks in bear country.
Who has a little swindle, a scheme, a plan that will be a great boon to all the bears of bear country.
Great boon to Raffish Ralph is more like it.
And so it is my great pleasure to present Raffish Ralph.
He's got a nerve even showing his face after some of the stuff he's pulled.
My friends, and you are my friends, this little swindle plan of mine is just the thing this community has been waiting for. Just the thing to bring in visitors. Visitors to make those cash registers ring. Just the thing to liven up this town. First slide, please. Wrong slide. That's right, friends. Giant Bat Cave, a miserable, no-account place that's of absolutely no earthly good to anybody but a bunch of worthless, squeaking bats. Well, I'm going to change Giant Bat Cave from this to this. From this to this.
Terrific! It'll bring folks to town to buy my handcrafted bear country furniture.
Yes, and my preserves.
I'll set up a roadside vegetable stand. Well, folks, what do you think?
It's time to vote, folks. All those in favor say aye.
Aye!
All those opposed say nay.
Nay!
Can't be.
Why, it's a cub. Cubs aren't old enough to vote. Sister, what are you doing here?
Now, Papa.
We may not be old enough to vote, but we're old enough to think. And I think this idea of Ralph taking over Giant Bat Cave is terrible, rotten, no good, and crummy. And not only that, it's unfair.
Unfair to whom?
Unfair to bats, of course. That cave is their home, and Raffish Ralph has no right to take it away from them.
Sister's right. Those bats have lived in that cave for thousands of years. It's their home, and what Ralph wants to do just wouldn't be right.
But those bats have the same problem you have, Sonny. They don't vote.
Yeah, good one.
Don't you worry your pretty little head, sweetie. These are grown-up matters.
But, Papa...
Now, don't you two be late for supper.
Look, sis, I think you're right. But since when are you such a fan of bats?
I'm not. In fact, bats make me pretty nervous. And as for a giant bat cave, yuck. But taking away the bats' home that they've lived in for thousands of years just isn't fair. It just isn't right.
Oh, hi there, sweetie.
Hi, Gramps. Hi, Gran.
Hey, don't be looking so down in the mouth.
But Gramps,
I like the way you stood up back there, granddaughter. Yes, sir, I like the cut of your giblets. So I'm going to give you a little tip.
what's that, Gramps?
Well, when I was a cub, we used to play around that cave. Pretty scary place. And we had a little rhyme we used to say. Giant Bat Cave of Bear Country fame has a word giant in its name. What does it mean? Does it mean this or does it mean that? Is it the cave that's giant or is it the bat?
You mean that there's some kind of giant bat in that cave?
Boy, if there is, that might be just the thing to stop Raffish Ralph.
To scare him into dropping his scheme.
Is there, Gramps? Is there a giant bat in Giant Bat Cave?
Just a little rhyme we used to say when we were cubs. Does it mean this or does it mean that? Is it the cave or is it the bat?
You ought to be ashamed putting ideas in the child's head.
Oh, best place for him. Best place for him.
What do you think?
It's worth a try.
A giant bat in Bat Cave, you say? Giant bat. Ridiculous. A base canard, a pusillanimous ploy to dissuade me from my public-spirited swindle, a scheme, a plan to turn a useless eyesore into a mecca of beauty and recreation. Here, my lovelies, 2 tickets for opening day.
Hey, this is serious.
He already has the tickets printed.
We don't have any choice.
About what?
We're going to have to go out to Giant Bat Cave and see for ourselves if there is a giant bat. And if there is...
You don't mean go into the cave?
Of course not. We'll go at dawn when all the bats fly back into the cave and look for the giant bat.
When will the bats come back?
Pretty soon now. Here they come!
Wow!
There's zillions of them.
But no super bats.
Well, so much for scaring Raffish Ralph out of his rotten scheme.
Brother Bear, we can't quit now. We have to go into the cave and check out the giant bat story for ourselves.
Go into the cave? You've got to be kidding. I wouldn't go into that cave for $1 million.
How about for 2 tickets to the grand opening of Raffish Ralph's Cave-orama?
You got a deal. Now let's tread carefully, stay together, and don't make any loud noises.
Yikes! We're trapped!
Don't panic, sis.
Somebody lifted those things.
It must have been the bats.
Look!
Wow!
Beware all creatures, bears, birds, dog, or cat. Prepare to meet the giant bat.
What should we do?
We've come this far.
Okay. Come on.
Who dares to enter the enter sanctum of the giant bat?
Well, Mr. Giant Bat, I'm Brother Bear, and this is my sister. And you see, we've come to warn you about Raffish Ralph and his scheme to take over your cave. Sister, what are you doing?
It's a fake.
A fake?
Yeah, it's just a big old fake made out of chicken wire, spit, and rubber bands.
You won't tell anybody. The giant bat of Giant Bat Cave has kept our home safe for many years. And if you were to reveal our secret...
You don't have to worry about us, Mr. Bat. We're on your side. What you've got to worry about is Raffish Ralph and his Cave-orama scheme.
We bats look at things a little differently. Say, this is serious.
It's very serious, because Ralph is too smart to be fooled by this giant fake bat just sitting there. Wait, I think I've got an idea. Now, would it be possible?
Here he comes now.
Ralph! Oh, Ralph, it's Ralph!
Oh, yes, the Cubs. And what is on your minuscule minds, my lovelies?
Well, Ralph, it's like this.
Giant bat indeed. If you're getting me out here on a wild goose chase, it'll go hard on you, my lovelies.
Really, Ralph, we're doing this for your own good. You'll see it with your own eyes.
Well, I'm waiting.
Pretty soon. They'll be coming out pretty soon. All the bats leave the cave at twilight.
I hear them. Here they come.
No, it's not possible. Yay!
Well, my friends, your plan worked. You have our undying gratitude.
That's all right, Mr. Bat. What's fair is fair. I just don't like folks being shoved out of the home that they've been living in for thousands of years.
And remember, my friends, if you ever need help, you have a friend in very high places.
Well, kids may not be old enough to vote, but we're old enough to think.
And we're old enough to make a difference.
A giant difference.
Why did you ask me to come to the back door?
For the perfectly obvious reason.
That we don't want Papa to find out that we're going for our overnight campout merit badges in Great Grizzly Forest?
Shh.
Right.
Let's go.
The coast is clear.
We've got to get at least one merit badge on our own.
Without Papa's help.
I think we're going to make it.
We're actually going to get away on our campout without Papa Bear.
Aha!
Oh, no!
So, going for your overnight merit badges in Great Grizzly Forest, I see.
I really don't think you should come along, Papa.
It's not going to be very much fun.
Just lots of hard work, like pitching tents and cutting wood. We'll be sleeping on the hard ground.
There'll be bugs.
Lots of bugs.
Well, have a good time.
You mean you don't want to come on the campout with us?
Not me. No way I'd spend a night in Great Grizzly Forest.
Why not?
Oh, haven't you heard? Great Grizzly Forest is haunted.
Haunted?
It's okay in the day, but at night the ghosts come out. The ghosts of the forest. No, you couldn't pay me to sleep over in that forest.
Maybe we can get our merit badges by camping out someplace else. Like right smack in the middle of town.
Now, come on. We all know perfectly well that there are no such things as ghosts. Yeah.
Papa, you should be ashamed of yourself, scaring the cubs like that. Run along now and forget all about Papa's scare talk. And give my regards to Scout Leader Jane.
Look out for the ghosts of the forest.
That bear.
Here we are. Old sheets to be used for rags. This will do nicely. Ooh, I am the ghost of the forest. Who dares to invade my domain? I'll scare them out of their cute little scout suits.
Good morning, Scout Leader Jane.
Do I dare hope that Papa is not coming along on our camp out in the forest?
That's right, Scout Leader Jane. Papa says he wouldn't camp out in Great Grizzly Forest if you paid him. He says there are all kinds of ghosts and spooks in there.
It wouldn't surprise me if Papa Bear said the moon was made of green cheese. But thank goodness for small favors.
Do you think we'll be safe?
Of course. I don't know why Papa Bear would put those silly notions in your heads, but ghosts simply don't exist. Now, Scouts, we have a mission. Let's go earn those camp out merit badges. Ready, march!
The campfire is all ready to be lit. We just have to wait till it gets dark.
This is going to be fun. We'll roast marshmallows and tell ghost stories.
I am the ghost of the forest. Ooh. Now I just have to wait till dark.
Ghosts of the forest. Huh. Well, we'll see about that. I may just have a little counterplan of my own.
Let's light the fire. I think we should wait for Scout Leader Jane.
Well, where is she?
Scout Leader Jane?
Over here.
We'd like to start cooking supper now.
Fine.
What were you working on, Scout Leader Jane?
Oh, just an arts and crafts project for tomorrow. Come on.
Now it's time for a campfire story.
Tell us a scary one, Scout Leader Jane. Something with ghosts and goblins and ghoulies.
Ghoulies? I'll do the dishes tomorrow.
Now, we all know that ghosts and goblins and ghoulies just don't exist.
But we have to have a campfire ghost story. It's a tradition.
Never mind, brother. Maybe Scout Leader Jane doesn't know any ghost stories.
Don't know any ghost stories? Well, you cubs just better huddle up close and fasten your seatbelts, 'cause I know a humdinger.
All right. This is going to be good. Oh boy, a humdinger.
Deep in the darkest part of the dark forest, there lived a bear. A bear who didn't believe in ghosts. And all the ghosts went back into their nooks and crannies. And the bear who didn't believe in ghosts lived unhappily ever after. Well, that's the end of the story.
Scary.
Yeah.
Now into your sleeping bags. And remember, there are no such things as ghosts.
We know.
Hey, sis, you awake?
Uh-huh.
What was that?
Just the wind in the trees, I think. Don't tell me that was the wind.
I am the ghost of the forest. Who dares to enter my domain?
Did you hear that, Scout Leader Jane?
What? I didn't hear anything.
It said it was the ghost of the forest.
You scouts have overactive imaginations. Now go back to your sleeping bags.
I am the ghost of the forest. Ooh. to invade my forest. Ooh.
Scout Leader Jane? She's gone. Oh, no, it got her.
Ooh. It's working. They're really gonna earn those merit badges.
Whoa, there's a false ghost in my forest. No! Some stupid bear's pretending to be a ghost. After him!
Yike! Help!
Papa, it was you.
Yeah, it was me. Just as a little joke. But that's not me.
No, it's me, Scout Leader Jane. You see, Papa Bear, two can play the ghost game.
It was Papa. And then it was Scout Leader Jane. Boy, that's a relief.
Who makes sport of ghosts in the forest? I am very, very
Hey, you know what, guys? This ghost is wearing a blue dress and a yellow go-to-meeting hat.
Just like Mama's.
Mama!
I hope I didn't frighten you all too much. I figured out what Papa was up to, and I wanted to teach him a little lesson.
I learned it. Boy, did I ever learn a lesson.
Here are your overnight merit badges, Scouts. You certainly earned them. You taught us all a lesson, Mama Bear. A double lesson. 1, there are no such things as ghosts. 2, there is such a thing as being scared of them anyway.
May I have a couple of cookies, Mama?
Just a couple, brother. You mustn't spoil your dinner. What's the trouble, sister?
I always get a little scared when we walk past Spook Hill.
And what about that spooky old mansion on top of Spook Hill? I hear it's got wall-to-wall ghosts and goblins.
Never mind that ghosts and goblins talk. It's nonsense. There are no such things, right, sister?
I guess so.
It's a shame to see the Widder Grizzly's house so run down. Why, this was once such a lovely area. I used to play here when I was about your age. I was sort of the Widder's favorite. She was a good friend, but then she moved away, and now her beautiful house looks so sad.
A haunted cookie! Must have been seeing things. Guess that'll teach me to eat too many cookies.
Well, let's get going. We've got to get these groceries home.
Hey, what the?
Just the usual bills and junk. Bill, junk, bill.
Do you mind? Whoa! Hey!
And one airmail.
Pretty fancy envelope. Dear Bear family, it gives us great pleasure to inform you. Holy sweat socks! Listen to this, Mama. We got a letter from a lawyer.
Oh, dear.
It's from the law firm of Bruin, and Grizzly. And it says that Witter Grizzly has left us a gift of great worth.
Really?
That's good news, Papa.
But in order to claim it, we've got to go up to the spooky old mansion on Spook Hill at the stroke of midnight.
That's bad news.
It's a disgrace how this place has gotten so run down. Oh, well, come on. If all we have to do to get that great gift is go inside that old mansion, then that's just what we'll do.
Don't get excited. We saw them from the belfry. We must frighten them away.
But darlings, how do we know they mean us harm? They seem quite charming to me.
We can't take that chance.
Who has any bear scaring ideas?
Now you two stay close to me. And Papa, you... Where's Papa? Papa Bear, we really must hurry. It's almost midnight.
I've got a pebble in my shoe. That's it, a pebble.
Papa, you don't wear shoes.
Did I say a pebble in my shoe? How silly. I meant a crick in my neck. That's a crick in my neck.
Papa.
No, wait. It's a stitch in my side. Wouldn't want me climbing a hill with a stitch in my side, would you, Mama?
All you've got is an overactive imagination filled with ghosts and goblins. Now let's go. Oh, dear.
That goes double for me.
Triple for me.
Quadruple for me. No! Oh, rain. The management regrets to announce that the spooky old mansion visit has been called off on account of rain. No! I guess the management doesn't mind a little rain.
Now all we have to do is step inside.
That does it.
Papa, we can't turn back now.
We're not going to, Mama. It's time we got a little tougher. Why, you three are letting your fears run away with you. Now, pull yourselves together and let's go in there and get our gift.
There's really nothing to be afraid of.
Enough! It's not working. They are overcoming their fears.
Look!
The gift of great worth must be in that box.
Yeah, but come to think of it, it could be anything.
Like the scariest monster you could imagine.
Or a lifetime supply of ghosts and goblins.
Well, I, for one, am going to find out.
What do you think is in the box?
Oh, look, it's just an ordinary piece of paper.
With something written on it.
It's a message left behind by the Widder Grizzly.
Are you listening, Cubs?
In spite of spooks, in spite of haunts, in spite of tricks, in spite of taunts, you have found the strength this lid to lift, and so receive my precious gift. Yes, bears of Bear Country, I bid you know, courage is the gift that I bestow. Well, how about that?
Wait, there's a P.S.
Now, isn't this interesting? I bequeath my property, the house on Spook Hill, to all citizens and creatures of Bear Country to share and share alike.
Look!
The haunted cookie! The haunted cookie! Oh, now I get it.
Now that we all own this spooky old mansion, what are we going to do with it?
You know something? With a little paint and a few shingles.
And so it gives me great pride and pleasure to dedicate the Bear Country Library in the name of Widder Grizzly as a monument to courage
And friendship for all creatures.
Bear Country moral. Your biggest fears you may find are strictly creatures of the mind.
Can I have the movie section?
Sure, I just want the comics. Here you go.
Here's your crossword puzzle, Mama.
Thank you, dear.
comics, movies, crosswords, utter fiddle-faddle. I read the Daily Grizzly to be informed about earth-shattering world crises. Oh, my gosh!
Some kind of crisis?
Is it serious?
Darn tootin' it's serious. Tomorrow's the annual Bear Country Pumpkin Carving Contest. Hot diggity! I'm going all out for the grand prize of Spookiest Pumpkin. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy!
Now, Papa, you're getting a bit carried away. Certainly no need to go overboard.
You bet I'm going overboard. I fully intend to get carried away. That's how I'm going to leave all the other contestants in the dust. Yep, your Papa's pumpkin will be so spooky, it'll turn a strong bear's knees to jelly. Come tomorrow, I'm going to win, win, win!
Papa, must you always be so competitive? After all, winning isn't everything.
Need I remind you of that great philosopher Grizz Lombardi, who said, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing.
Grizz Lombardi? Really, Papa? He was a football coach, not a philosopher.
What's the difference? So long as he agrees with me, I'll pick me the biggest and best pumpkin in Bear Country. Then I'll carve the spookiest pumpkin ever and win the grand prize.
Wait for us, Papa.
What for?
We're going to pick our pumpkins, so we can enter the contest too.
Not so fast. If I let you two have pumpkins, it'll mean more competition for the prize. And
Papa, keeping your own cubs out of the contest? Talk about the will to win run wild.
Don't worry, Pop. We're not trying for the spookiest pumpkin.
I'm going for the prettiest pumpkin.
Yeah, And I want mine to be the funniest pumpkin.
Well, in that case, sure, come along. But nobody else is gonna get any of my precious pumpkins.
Why's that, Papa?
They're my secret weapon for winning the grand prize. My pumpkin patch has the only big, fat, fine pumpkins left in bear country. I can't lose.
But what about Farmer Ben's pumpkins?
Farmer Ben sold all his good pumpkins to the pumpkin pie factory. So all he's got left are scrawny, misshapen ones. Hardly worth whittling.
Papa, please. Must you be so unsporting? It's a bad example for the cubs.
Tut, tut. All's fair in love, war, and pumpkin carving contests.
Oh, that bear.
What a pumpkin! Just wait. You're gonna frighten the living daylights out of the judges.
We found great pumpkins. I'm gonna carve a real goofy face.
Look at mine, Papa. It'll make such a pretty princess.
Yeah, sure, Very good. Well, now, you run along home.
But, Papa, can't we come inside?
Inside? Sorry, Cubs, but Operation Pumpkin is a top-secret project. They can't afford any leaks. Highly classified.
But who's gonna help us carve our pumpkins?
Come on. We'll ask Mama.
Well, I suppose you can trust her. The one never knows. There are spies all over the place. You can't be too suspicious. Even the walls have eyes. What? That knothole blinked. Beady, sinister spy eyes. And that one looked particularly shifty. Huh? Say, whose side are you on anyway?
We just wanted to see what you were doing.
Sorry, Papa.
Well, get on home and tell Mama not to wait up for me. Until I finish carving my pumpkin, this workshop is off limits. You lucky pumpkin. Could have wound up pie filling. After I finish spooking you up, you'll give all Beartown the heebie-jeebies. This is the messy part. Ugh. If I can carve a pumpkin as spooky as these insides, I can't lose. This'll take some careful planning. It'd be a cinch to carve it into a hairy zombie. Nah, not scary enough. I know, a scuzzy vampire. Not bad, but not bad enough. I've got it! I'll carve it into a creepy boogie bear. Whoa! Any one of those would be spooky enough to win the prize. That's it! I'll combine them all together. Genius, pure genius. I'm going to have the spookiest pumpkin in Beartown.
Dear me, Papa's locked himself up in his workshop for hours. I really ought to take him some dinner.
I don't know, Mama. He was pretty serious about keeping it top secret.
Top secret from his own family? Oh, your Papa. Well, how are your pumpkins coming along?
Mine's almost finished. Does it look okay?
It's as pretty as a princess.
Do you think my pumpkin looks too goofy?
Oh, not at all. It's very funny.
All right.
I'm sure everyone will enjoy both your entries.
I hope we win. But even if I don't, I'm having fun just making my pumpkin princess.
That's a very healthy perspective. It's a lesson some bears never learn.
Yowie! It's hideous, ghastly. Just a few more finishing touches, and it'll be positively disgusting. Maybe I've gone too far. What if it frightens folks too much? Then I'll be guaranteed the grand prize. Whoopee! Wow, it almost scares me. No doubt about it. You're not just another pretty ugly face. Who's that? Somebody's fooling around in my precious pumpkin patch, trying to steal my pumpkins for the carving contest. Well, we'll see about that. All right, I'm onto you, you rotten pumpkin thief.
Who dares disturb our evening meditation?
Yipe! Oh!
Darling, it's just Papa Bear.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Bella Bat, what are you doing here?
We often hang around your pumpkin patch after dark.
Because it's so charming and romantic.
I didn't mean to bother you none. You see, I was in my workshop carving my pumpkin and...
You're entering the pumpkin contest?
You sure am. In fact, I have my entry with me.
My, I'm sure you'll win. It's so pretty.
Huh? It's supposed to be spooky.
Oh, it's really very fine, Mr. Bear. But you must remember, we are professionals. Good luck on the contest.
Let's stop off somewhere and grab a bite.
No doubt about it. I got me a serious security problem. Mr. and Mrs. Bat weren't out to steal my pumpkins, but somebody else might. This calls for desperate measures. My surefire pumpkin thief snare will catch an intruder in the act. If anyone steps into it, wango! Up he, she, or it goes. It's a sorry state of affairs when you can't even trust your own neighbor. Wait till the other bears get a load of my scary pumpkin. That first place trophy is as good as mine. I must win at all costs. I'll make my pumpkin even spookier. Oh, I've created a pumpkin monster. Help!
Papa, for goodness sake.
Yay! They're after me! Help! It's a pumpkin monster!
A pumpkin monster? Oh, boy!
It's after me! Oh, no! Yay!
Papa?
Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. Oh, big pumpkin carving contest today. Oh, I never, ever want to see another pumpkin.
Hi, Papa.
Well, Papa, congratulations are in order.
Congratulations?
Right! We both won prizes!
I won for the prettiest pumpkin.
And I had the funniest. Aren't you proud of us?
Proud as punch. Oh, all I've gotten for my trouble is a headache.
How nice. We have visitors. We can't stay long. We don't get out too much in the daytime, you know.
Just wanted to read you a poem I wrote. Bear Country Moral. Here's a little lesson you may not learn at school. Don't try too hard to win the prize, lest you earn the title Prize Fool.
Isn't it marvelous? Well, we must be going. Ta-ta!
Guess your papa's the biggest pumpkin head of all.